This place shines at night. As you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. The lighting, the smoke, everything just stands out a lot more. Hello and welcome to my first official video on this channel. I am wearing the hat. It's little floofy ears. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the hat. It's a little much, a little all over the place. But I figured, hey, why not? This is our first video. Might as well get to know each other because I'm your trash panda. That's what I be. I also figured the best way to get to know each other is through my Animal Crossing island because it has elements of my favorite places and also some of the characters there are pretty similar to my personality. Wow, I can't talk. So I'm gonna take you around, but I also want to clarify that, hang on, let me scooch on myself a little bit over here. The date is September 25th, not for any other reason than the fact that I had an empty lot for a new villager, but I just didn't have the time since September to go villager hunting. So I kind of been having my villagers live in a kind of Groundhog Day type scenario. However, the other day I did succeed in live streaming hunting one of my dreamies, and if you're curious which one it is, here they are on screen. Let me know which one do you think I was able to get, and it only took me 27 Nook Mile tickets. I've heard horror stories of how many it took other people, so I'm gonna take this win. You'll probably find out later on in this video, but for now, let's make it a mystery. Also, for those of you who are new, don't forget to subscribe. I will be live streaming, but also playing games and trying to mess them up just a little bit. This is more of a formal, let's get to know you, I don't want to scare you off type of video. We're gonna get to know each other really well. Alright, so let's start with basically getting to see who my villagers are. And you'll see from the map that most of my island is actually paved. And there's a whole segment here where there's the little leaf symbol and the little clothing symbol. Yes, Abes and Nooks. I actually paved there, but I only did a layer of the custom paving, so it doesn't look like it's paved. Trust me, once we get there, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. So I do have Fang, which I want to keep. Apple, I'm trying to get rid of. Sherry, who is a huge desirable, but I really don't want her. She's not my aesthetic. Tom, I love the guy. Eric and Sherb, my two little derps. I am keeping them, and they are BFFs forever. Bam is one of my first villagers. I don't want him. He still sleeps in a sleeping bag, and I gave him a bed, and he didn't even display it. So I think I understand the relationship we have. We're just not friends. We're not getting along. He doesn't want my gifts, and I don't want to gift him anymore. That's where we're at. Marshall, my little marshmallow baby, and Judy. As much as she is a huge desirable, she came to me through my campsite. So I didn't hunt for her. I didn't exchange her for anything. She just showed up and I spent 2 hours trying to convince her to come to my island and she did. So those of you who've been trying to hunt her and you haven't had any success, good luck, I guess. So essentially I'm trying to get rid of Apple, Sherry, and Bam. And I do have extra villagers that I created because I want more buildings. And apparently that's the only way to do it, Nintendo. Flood my own Switch with extra profiles. I didn't want that, but I gotta do it. Alright, with that said, we're going to start off with my entrance. This idea I saw from another person's tour, and I loved the idea of starting with a train station inspired by Japan. And my entire island, yes, revolves around Japan, and I am obviously a weed, and I will claim it. I go to Japan every year, so just having elements of these items here just feels really good. So this here is my entrance, a nice little train station, and of course, as soon as you come out, we have vending machines, some trash, but we're gonna start from the right and make our way in a full circle because everything connects to everything. Here's my little boy. How you doing? And we're not gonna look at the beach. Let me just... I didn't finish the island. We're gonna have to have a second island tour where I finish everything. Just gonna show you what I got so far. So here we are at Resident Services. We have Judy hanging out. And our mascot flag is All Might. We only go plus ultra on this island. And Sherry, whom I don't want. Bam, whom I don't want. We're gonna get rid of them. And right outside we have kind of a nice area where you know the city has spent a lot of money. Now we're getting into our Zen garden. Oh my god, what a mess. Let's just pick up some of this mess. You saw nothing. Very clean. So the Zen garden has two main areas. We have the garden area with the water, and we have our cute little turtle. It does bother me that I can't get to it because I kind of want to touch the face and make it go. And it has a cute little waterfall on the side as well. What are you doing? Did you just... Let's rewind. Marshall's face just went completely blank. What was he thinking? Did he see things? Oh, and he's singing. He's just so cute. I love him. He's my little marshmallow. And this is the continuation of the Zen. Oh my god, let's just get rid of that. And then we have the more loungy side where we have cicadas. Let's listen. And I did put them inside cages for all eternity. I just want you sing for me. It's more like an area where you can sit down and press some interactive toys here and there, because why not? Look at that. And coming right outside, we have a gas station, so you can pump your gas on your beds. And over here we have a bus stop. Hello! I did not know you were here today. We'll talk later. It's looking very suspicious. And throughout the whole island, you'll see that we will definitely be seeing a lot of poles and paper. A little bit of here and there. We're not going to go to the beach. The beach does not exist. Just shh. Doesn't exist. You know what? I'm going to scooch myself back over here. That's where I belong, right? Just in the corner. And coming up from the gas station, we have the star viewing area, which is really quaint, but then it also reminds me of kind of a hipster cafe, because there's a library and a picnic. It's a hipster cafe type place. And you could get your fortune told. I told you I will talk to you later. Stop looking at me so suspiciously. Just walk away. That's good. All right, let's go back through the garden. Oh, this is annoying. Let's just close this. So from the garden, we can actually go to the other side, but we also have a secret passageway that will bring you straight to residential services. But that's not where we're going. Everything is connected, because I absolutely despise having to take detours. So now we are going into the residential area, and again, this is inspired by a type of Japan Asian type theme with the gates, especially the ones near temples in Japan that are red, and I absolutely love that type of aesthetic. But we do have bamboos, a little bit of everywhere. And I put some musical instruments for my villagers to kind of have just to jam a little bit here and there. But they never use these. If you know why they refuse to use these, let me know. There's ample space. Well, not that much space. There's like 2 square spaces, but they never jam. Oh, and in case you're wondering, my actual jingle is from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which sounds like this. Most people end up making their island and the residential area kind of high-end, and they put themselves there, or at least they'll make their villagers comfortable and then themselves super high-end. That's the opposite of what I did. I basically gave my villagers a very bougie type of place. So here, I didn't decorate because this is Apple. We're gonna eventually get rid of her. Here we have my sweet little marshmallow. I'm not going to tell you whose house this is, but since they only just arrived, I didn't decorate yet, so we're gonna eventually decorate this together on a live stream, so stay tuned for that. On the second floor, they have their houses decorated according to their interests. We have Tom, who loves cars, so I gave him garage-y type vibe. Ugh, I don't like cockroaches, and yet I put it there. And we have a turnip too, a spoiled turnip. I figured if we need bugs, we're gonna have them right here. And then over here, we have Fang, who is Judy's neighbor. And Judy kind of gives off this colorful, artistic vibe. So I gave her an old school sewing machine. There's some sewing equipment in the back, the threads and all that. And she's a kimono maker, because why not? I love her pastel colors, so I figured that's just her type of aesthetic. All right, let's head up on to the last floor where we have Sherb and Eric. And since they love food so much, I tried to give them as many foods as they wanted, and they always talk about bugs in their house. So there's this ant house over here, ant farm is what I was trying to say. And if you just want a coffee with a view, here you go. You got a coffee with a view and a vending machine. We have a random temple area. So for this, it's kind of like in Japan where you'll just pass by and there's going to be a random temple or a random little shrine. I figured it would be kind of cool as a space filler. This is Bam's house. I really wanted to get rid of him, but I did already decorate his place. I don't really mind. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I'm just gonna put you back here. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, don't you just hate it that the controllers are the opposite of the PlayStation controllers? So, no. Last time. And for obvious reasons, lastly, I believe this is Sherry's house. And We are not keeping Sherry, so she doesn't get any type of decoration. I was really upset that I totally forgot to hunt for a villager that time and got another random. We have some flyers here for poke, if you like poke. They're absolutely delicious snacks in Japan. And we have an outdoor bathhouse with some privacy. So alright, let's get out of here. That's basically where my villagers are. They get the cool stuff. There's a little bit of garbage bag here. It really looks cozy and lived in. We have some advertisement for Kirin beer. Now, if you want to find where I live, you have to cross the rusty gate and the pretty fences. So you have to go across there. And now we're getting into my neighborhood. Street food and just crates of beer, bugs under cups, garbage bags, flyers for extracurricular activities, if you know what I mean. Fortune teller, doesn't look creepy, not one bit at all. And we have a bus stop, of course. So let's get into my part of the hood. This is my house. I tried to make it as seamless as possible, like it does belong. So unless it was really there with the windows, it blends pretty well with the type of panel that I used over here. And just to let you know, all the codes of all the things are not my own creations. I hunted for them, I looked at other videos, and I absolutely love them. I'll leave all the information for all of the codes that I got in the description box below. Now again, because I love Japan, I wanted to do screens that actually change. So you'll see I put TV screens a little bit of everywhere, and they do change. Unfortunately, Animal Crossing screens sync up, so I couldn't have them desynced with different things on them. So we're just gonna have to live with that fact. And yes, noise pollution is exactly what I wanted. So right outside my house, which is going to be a whole other tour at some point, we have an arcade because I love gaming. And I also live right next to the train tracks. Very noisy. It probably puts my house at both a good spot because you want to be next to the train station, but your window is also facing the train tracks. Not exactly the ideal for real estate. You probably have to negotiate quite a bit. Like, hey, you live right next to the train station, but noise. Continuing with this neighborhood, again, you'll see the screens a little bit of everywhere. I put that chemistry set right on top of the vending machine because it had smoke and colors, and it just adds more to that charm, especially at night. I'm going to show you at night what it looks like. This place shines at night. As you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. The lighting, the smoke, everything just stands out a lot more. It's a completely different vibe. And then in the back, there's a cozy little nook. Someone has their secret hiding spot with a hamster and toasty marshmallows. So, and more pokey advertisement, of course. Oh, I'm pretty sure you just saw extracurricular activities. Yes, your eyes did not deceive you. Ugh, centipede. Why is there a centipede? Similarly to Japan, we also have a vending machine area, and I was able to get these colors because my entire family basically plays Animal Crossing. We all had different colors. So here we go. And yes, extracurricular activity. We have some herbs. We have a scale as well to make sure that you're getting what you want. We have cupcakes and probably a herbal tea. And you can see up there that everything is organic and made in-house. We don't buy that mass-produced stuff. And in the back, I really wanted an easy access to get to our piratey friend, Red. So this is the access that we have from the back. And just to let you know, this corridor brings you all the way to the front of the island. I split the island in half. You can get from point A to point B very easily. So let's not go through the island again, and let's go through here. So we can have the train tracks on one side and an unfinished part on the other. So at this point, you know that I love Japan. I love snobby type characters, snooty type as well. So as you can see, it goes all the way to the front of the island. This part is also unfinished on the right side. Oh, don't call me champ. Since when do you call me champ? Is he just gonna say champ? Is he gonna say it again? Champ, another time. Is this a bug? If they can't get to us, do they just repeat it? Champ. Okay, let's see what happens if I... Yeah, okay. This is how it goes. What do you want to talk about? No thanks, I don't want it. Okie dokie. Let's get out of here. I'm busy, Tom. I have things to do. Alright, where were we? Secret passageway behind the fruit vendor. And the fruit vendor is basically... Again, we're going to be doing a lot of this stuff on live stream. This entire area is going to be the school district. This is an extra house from one of the residents, and it's going to be a school. We're going to have another building over here that's going to be school supplies, and then another building which is going to be arcades. I haven't decided if the arcades are going to be a building yet, or if it's going to be underground type arcades, because I have quite a bit. So we have all of these items. I just kind of threw them there because you can't decorate a house as the main resident. You have to be the other resident, which I totally understand. But at the same time, what if it's only just me? What if I'm playing 3 profiles? Come on, Nintendo. And then back here, I haven't decided yet what we're going to do. So basically the top left side of my map is unfinished. But I spent, I kid you not, close to 400 to 500 hours doing this. I can't really show you on my actual Switch because I changed switches and I got... Oh, you're sitting right in the middle. Okay. Now is not the time, Tom, but whatever. Let's just go around Tom because Tom's priority. Let's start back at Resident Services. So cute. Alright. Oh no, what happened? What happened? Oh, wow. But wait, what's going on? Whoa, whoa. I guess they're okay now. I missed the entire conversation. They seem fine. All right, back at the beginning, on this left side, we do have my downtown shopping area. And I did use servers to make it look, again, very much so like a downtown buildings with lights and all that stuff. It has a completely different vibe at night, but let's go through it first during the day. Lots of electricity poles, lots of light poles as well. It is inspired somewhat by Shinjuku and Shibuya in Japan, so you'll see a little bit of elements here and there. All right, let's make our way into downtown. Making my way downtown. We have more debris, paper, music, and the lights are really what make this place shine the most. Unfortunately, Nintendo can't handle its own games, so I had to remove quite a few things just so that I can stop lagging as much. By the way, I'm walking slow, it's not lagging this badly, but there is quite a bit of lag. And once you get to the end of this alleyway, we have Nook's Cranny, which is open. And we have our own little Hachiko, inspired by the actual Hachiko in Shibuya. Advertisement for more poke and beer and more Japan stuff. And the second alleyway over here. And I really love adding extra things that have the smoke coming out and the sounds coming out. And the servers really do make a lot of noise. Look at the smoke. Doesn't it add ambiance? It's a lot of ambiance. And right at the end here, we have Able Sisters. But this Godzilla statue is the same inspiration from Shinjuku in Tokyo, where there's a huge Godzilla statue right behind the building. So that's 100% inspired. And of course, aliens, just because, why not? And then we're back here. So we don't have much to do over here. Let's go back down all the way. And we're exactly right where we started. And then we have, don't look at the mess on the other side. We have our designated fishing area, a little pond with flowers and whatnots to have your fishing needs. And on the other side, we have the yatai area, street foods where you can sit and enjoy. We have takoyaki, delicious octopus doughy balls, very nice. I just pulled the octopus right out of there because I'm not a fan of seafood. Next, we have a general pub type area, so an izakaya area where you can have all different types of yummy foods. Here we have your typical ramen spot. Again, garbage bags and all these things are a must. I love the details, and trust me, the details are the devil's in the details, is what I want to try to say. And last but not least, you have your fortune cookie and ice cream stand. I wish they had just an ice cream stand, but that'll do. And after all that food, if you want to socialize and just play some games, there's a spot for you while you watch your little kiddos play in the playground. And we're back up here in the area that has nothing. This is basically where my museum is going to end up going. But previously to that, I had a cataloging area where all my friends and family came to do cataloging, since I have quite a bit of stuff in my catalog. I definitely still am missing quite a few things, but just to give you an idea, I have a pretty good list. I'm very excited for the Mario one, so we're going to be fast forwarding at some point. And this basically concludes the island tour. Holy carp. It was quite the adventure of showing you a little bit around. Let me know what you think. Are you more of a fan of foresty type islands or urban type places, whether it be in Animal Crossing or in real life? Until then, I will see you later, my trash pandas.